Good morning. It is Thursday, the 20th of February. This is the Sky Spirit channel, and this is your daily tarot card reading. So what I'd like you to do is to choose a number between 1 and 12, and we'll see what the cards have got to say to you today. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you could do, that would help me out a great deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, if you chose number 1, you have the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands is really a card that speaks about competition and challenges. All right, so this is more than likely in your work life or something to do with if you're not working, so if you're retired or economically inactive, then this could be something to do with your energy as well. So it's either work or energy. So looking at it, it's not the leisure side of your life. All right. So even if you're retired, for example, this is about things that you have to do. And this is a card that it's talking of challenges, but it's talking about being in competition with other people. And what this card is saying to you today is that there really isn't any point in getting upset, or not upset, getting concerned with how other people do things. It's about how you do things. And we're all unique individuals who do things very different. So if somebody tries to tell you, nah, you're not doing it the right way, you need to do it like this, stand your ground, because your way is your way. And that's how you best do things. Okay. We're all better keeping in our own lane most of the time. Okay. So tell them to keep in their own lane. Ignore those challenges around you and you focus on doing you today. Number 2 is the 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords is a card of, it can be self-confidence, but it can also indicate a little bit of cunningness, okay? And it almost warns you to keep your plans to yourself, because there could be energies around you that are a little bit sneaky. And if you have a look at this card, you can see that this guy's carrying his swords and he's almost like doing off with them, like he's just nicked them from somewhere. So the 7 of Swords is like, yeah, keep your plans quite secret. Imagine yourself as the smuggler of old, okay? And the last thing that you want to do if you're being the smuggler of old is to tell other people where you're bringing ashore the haul and what your plans are for the smuggling on the next full moon. Oh, I let it slip there. However, basically, I would say that, I mean, we're not smugglers, or at least I hope you're not a smuggler, but this is telling you be like the smuggler, okay? Play things close to your chest, because there might be a sneaky person who might be listening out for you to let something slip so they can exploit it. Okay, number 3, you have the 8 of Cups, and that is reversed. So the 8 of Cups is reversed, is talking about something that you've stayed too long at, something that you're not able to let go of. Because if you look at the upright version of this card, we have a man who has like given up on these cups and off he trots into the hills here. So reversed is talking about there's a situation, something around you, probably to do with your emotions, where you feel stuck and you're unable to let go of something. So this card is really telling you that in order to progress emotionally, in order to have the happiness, to feel the happiness that you deserve, or to really move forward, you're going to have to let go of something. So what is it that's holding you back, number 3? Cut it loose, move on. Okay, number 4, we have the Empress. So sorry, I'm looking at that completely the wrong way there. So we have number 11, and number 11 is justice. Sorry, not the Empress. I don't know how I managed to say that. So justice is, it can be very literal. So it can be talking about a good result in anything legal, or it could be more general. So it's talking about fairness, rightness, balance, things working out karmically. So if you're involved in a legal dispute, or if there's anything legal going on around you, this is a really favorable card for things working out in your favor. Okay, so it's for you to actually win the dispute. But if you're not involved in something legal, perhaps this card is almost like karmic. So somebody who's wronged you could be just about to get served their karmic dinner, or things are going to work out in your favor. Okay. Obviously this isn't, if you're in the wrong, then expect the balance to go the other way. But as long as you're sure that you're in the right, then expect things to work out for you today. Number 4. Okay, number 5, you have the Lovers reversed. Now, the Lovers is an interesting card. It is one of choice, and it can be to do with relationships as well, affairs of the heart. And when it's reversed, it can indicate some frustration in relationships of the heart or unreliability. So is there somebody, doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate partner, like an other half, could be a friend, or it could be somebody that you're very close to, who is not giving you much support, or who is unreliable, and you're feeling a little bit left out in the cold by them. All right, so this influence, this energy could be around you today when you're feeling a bit out of sorts due to somebody else's unreliability, unavailability, lack of support, lack of interest, that sort of thing. And you might feel like you are the one putting all into a relationship and you're not getting as much back. Right, so if that's the case, number 5, how about you give yourself a little bit of a shake and sort of say, you know, no, I'm better than that. And tell that person, tell them that they're not keeping you happy, they're not making you happy, they're not supporting you, and you don't think it's fair. And then they can either make a choice to up their game, or you can make a choice to leave them behind. Number 6, you have the 2 of Cups reversed. Now, the 2 of Cups reversed is talking about the end of something, but obviously when something ends, you always have the beginning of another thing, and very much to do with cups. It's to do with emotions and relationships, but definitely to do with how you see yourself on an inner level. So this card in particular, because 2s are very much about balance, so you've got one side of one thing and another side of something else. So the 2 of Cups reversed is an imbalance when it comes to your emotions or your emotional life. And there's some disharmony there. So there could be some disharmony in a relationship, or you just could be feeling out of sorts and unsettled on an emotional level. So this card is telling you today to be kind to yourself. So give yourself some sort of be good to yourself time. I want to say pamper time, but that sort of reminds me of spas and facials and things like that. And it's not as literal as that. It's almost like giving yourself a break, being good to yourself, making sure you're eating well, exercising well, looking after your emotional health, even like watching a good film on TV with a blanket around you or something like that. Just making yourself feel a little bit cared for and putting yourself back into sorts if you've been out of sorts. Okay, number 7. Number 7 has the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Now this is about hard work and reaping the benefits of hard work when it's in its upright position. When it's reversed, it's more about sort of, have you been working too hard for too little return? Are you putting a lot of effort into something and not getting what you should do back? Is that situation making you feel really anxious or unhappy with your lot? Okay. Is somebody having one over on you when it comes to money or work? Is somebody sitting back and not pulling their weight at work? And are they reaping the rewards of that when it's you that's doing the hard work? Look out for that situation today. And if you identify it, it's time to put it right. Okay. Call it out if there's somebody who's letting you take the strain while they're along for a free ride. Okay, number 8. Number 8 is the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a victory. So this card is telling you that if you've been involved in a battle, but a battle doesn't have to be bloody and, along those lines. It could just be a battle of wills, or you could be fighting for something to happen that's good, or, trying to make something better in some way, then victory is right on the doorstep today. Okay, so expect wins, whether that's in your emotional life, your home life, your work life, your life with friends, social life. Love life, you're in a winning position today. That also means it's a really good day to decide on things, because the energy shining on you is one that's going to make every decision a winning decision. So do bear that in mind today. Number 8. Number 9, you have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is about making progress and expanding your horizons. And if you have a look, this guy's looking out onto the horizon of new opportunities. So he's done a good job so far, but it's time to move forward, and it's about taking on new challenges and about going places. It can even indicate travel overseas, but it is about broadening those horizons and stepping into the unknown on a new path. All right, so if you've been thinking about doing something new, why don't you solidify those plans today? Or if you've been feeling a bit stuck, why don't you think about what direction you'd like to go in? But whatever you do today, any opportunities, as long as they're good ones, you be well placed to take them. Number 10. Number 10, you have the Ace of Cups, and that's reversed. So this is very much about the ending of something. Could be an emotional relationship. It's something to do with your emotions, usually when it's cups. It's the end of a cycle, and of course, the beginning of a new cycle, because each card has got an upright and a reverse. So something needs to be finished off. The loose ends need to be tied up in order for you to move on to this new emotional phase of your life. So if you've got unfinished business when it comes to the emotions, it's time that you revisited that and just close the door on it. All right. Close the door on it and get ready to move into a new future with new opportunities and new adventures on the horizon. And this is very much emotion. So it's about new relationships coming into your life, or new people who are going to be very influential on you. But you must let go of those past things that are holding you back. Cut the ties to the past. Okay, number 11, you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about letting go of things and moving away from them. Now, it can indicate some loss of some sort, because you see all these cups have tipped over, but 2 of them are still upright. So even though you have lost, there are things that you have gained as well. So I guess that's saying in every situation, even a situation where we feel like we've had a hard time and we've lost out, there is experience at least to be gained in that. Think of it as a learning experience, and regroup your strengths and move on towards better things. Okay, but don't forget what you've learned, and don't forget the positives in that situation. Okay, and it's almost, this card is like saying, okay, things might have happened that you didn't like. It's time to almost sweep them off the table of life with the broom of opportunity, which is going to lead you forward into new places. Okay, so don't dwell on the past, don't dwell on what you've lost. Focus on what you have and what you can do in the future. Okay, and number 12, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about success, it's about skills, it's about recognition, about recognition for the skills that you have, and it's very often to do with business or your career. So with the influence, with the energy of this card, we're looking at a day when you'd be well placed to make the most of the skills that you have, and to think, where can I use these skills to make some money? Maybe it's a new project, or if that's really not of interest to you, what about where can I use my skills to make my energy feel better, to make my life better, or to make the life of somebody else better? So the skills that you have are really valuable to you and valuable to other people, and you're receiving recognition for them now, whether that's recognition from somebody at work, for example, you're due a promotion and you're going to be handed a new opportunity, or it can just be about you personally giving yourself credit for the abilities and the skills that you have. Okay, put them to good use today. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you very much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow, and stay weird.